We're talking about millennials, also known as Generation Yers.
The generation they ridicule.
They're those 20-somethings who are always texting and tweeting and seem to be very entitled.
The generation they doubt.
You still might need a parent, Jason. You tell me to sit you down and say, you're not doing that well. You're actually not as great as you think you are.
Will be the generation that changes the world.
The media portrays them as very narcissistic and entitled, but I think very differently.
A world held hostage to corporate domination.
That is that everything around us that we call life was made up by people that are no smarter than you.
Will be liberated by us.
Most diverse generation, most educated generation, they would rather have meaningful work and freedom and flexibility over more money.
We are Generation Y, and this is the movement.
I mean, think about it. The marketplace doesn't bring value to us. We bring value to the marketplace. I mean, from the clothes we wear, to the shoes we like, to the new phone we just bought, to even the food that we eat. We enhance these companies with massive amounts of wealth. Not a dime of it goes back to the consumer, which is us.
Corporate domination is the greatest Ponzi scheme in the history of America. Productivity has actually increased 100%, but our wages have decreased to -7%. We are being exploited day by day.
Corporate profits are doing well, stock market's doing well, but for a lot of folks out there, they haven't seen a raise.
Corporations are people, my friend. Everything corporations earn ultimately goes to people.
Walmart made $15 billion in profit last year. The CEO, Mike Duke, made $23 million, while his average worker was making no more than $15,000, $20,000. That is a ratio of 1 to over 1,000. He was making 1,000 times more than his average worker. Who are the ones getting played here?
70% of our population, our working population, absolutely hate their jobs. Like, they don't like what they do on a day-to-day basis. And I was thinking to myself that if life is happening to 70% of our working population, then somewhere along the lines, something went terribly wrong.
Your soul just hung on a tree. I mean, do we ever question why it is we're doing what we're doing? Do we ever question the status quo? Do we ever question why 3% of Americans own 97% of the wealth? Do we ever question why we grow up having to listen to authority, being told when to eat, piss, and work? But most importantly, we should be asking, is this what we want? Because if it's not, then why don't we change it?
And you can build your own things. You can build your own life that other people can live in. So build a life. Don't live one, build one.
We are calling everyone from all four corners of the earth. If you're sick and tired for working for somebody else's dream, and you're ready to start building on your own, what are you waiting for? This is the land of the free. We are free to do what we want when we want.
It's time that we start thinking for ourselves. It's time that we stop listening to the ones that don't have what we want. It's time we stop listening to the lies that we see on TV, listening to the poison that's plaguing our minds. It's time we make a change, and we're the generation that's going to do it. And that's what this movement is literally all about. Us saying no to the institution and saying yes into following our own individual passions and living the life that we desire.
Fear is a prison. Don't fear taking a chance. Don't fear taking a risk. And don't fear believing something that nobody else believes. Because you hold the key to your own destiny. You hold the key to your own future.
Now it's time to bring back the individual. It's time to bring back us.
It's time to live again.